Busted eyes and ish. We on MTV and NewsISH. Busted eyes and ish. We on MTV and NewsISH. Busted eyes and ish. Busted eyes and ish.
Standing.
Yeah. Sit on the table. That's how you do it on Saturday nights.
Mansi,
wow. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of MTV Base's NewsISH. It's our 9th episode, the show that everybody is copying. So before we get into it, let's introduce the panel for today. We have Mansu Pout, Lady of Issue, the invoice.
Yeah.
Tinashe Venge, the hype writer and Pokemon catcher. Then we have Mushendigi, bad bitch, Nongoloza. Mojek Luhuku, the last comedian left on NewsISH. And today we have a special guest. Round of applause for Kagiso Lediga. Yeah. How you doing, sir? How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I'm actually glad that you rectified, or you were clear with that one, that you're the only comedian on NewsISH, because at the table.
Yes. On the table.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we haven't started. You're throwing shade already.
Yeah, we'll pull out the receipts.
Know what I mean? Boy! Yeah. I'm glad to have you back.
Oh, Tintin, I miss you too.
We're gonna have a great show.
We've got some incredible highlights for today.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got the tornado that hit Kagiso. That was a bit rock and roll.
So I'm very curious to know, like, you know, don't they like name tornadoes and stuff? Like you'll hear of Hurricane Carolina. So is this Nomatemba, like tornado Nomatemba or something like, are we going to now?
I don't think we've got enough of those.
The one that Mendoza sang about.
Actually. Tornado. Tornado.
So I think when it becomes tornado, we don't name it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. We've also got Tula Sizwa Dambula, who's going to teach us some internet slang. He's going to show us how to say the things. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
We've got a matric dance competition.
Yes.
You can still win some.
I'm really excited for the matric dance competition. I went to Candy & Co. on Wednesday. I got my nails done. Got like a nice face.
Look at you.
So it's going to be so nice for a matric girl to get a treat like that on the end.
And a matric guy as well. I had a really crappy ass matric dance, and I think a facial and a haircut could have really made the day.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Also, we've got Kagiso Lediga, got a new movie out, Wonder Boy for President. It opens tonight, the 29th of July. It's gonna be super, super dope. But in fact, Manswe, you can tell us a little bit more about the one and only Kagiso.
Let's check that out. I'm good, thanks. I'm here to get my nails done.
Okay, the booking done?
Yes, I do.
Another name?
Manswe from MTV.
Okay, just take a seat to my record.
Thank you very much. Now, as you can see, I just got to Candy & Co. And today's guest that we're going to be telling you more about, or I'm going to be telling you more about, is Kagiso Lediga. He's a pioneer, one of the pioneers of black comedy in South Africa. We were first introduced to him when he was on the Pure Manati show. He's creative directed the Fat Joe show, which was brilliant. Obviously, you can see the touch of Kagiso and everything that he's touched. So he's done that. He's co-executive produced the LNN show with Loiso Kola. He's starred in a couple of things that he's co-produced as well. So
I'm calling that school. I'm really. Hello, Skuman. What is this I hear about a black teacher?
So he's pretty well versed, and he's won a couple of awards. He got Comic Writer of the Year at the Comics Choice Awards, and he's gone on and done a couple of festivals around the world. So we can basically say that he's a fully fledged comedy genius.
If I was a rapper, you know, I wouldn't come on stage and hold my balls.
So recently, Kagiso Lediga is featured in a film called Wonder Boy for President, where he is Wonder Boy. It came out last week in South Africa, so you need to go check it out. But that's not the only film that he's been in. He's produced and starred in Blitz Patrolli, which came out a couple of years ago. It was really, really funny with other comedians in it. He starred in District 9. We've seen him in Crazy Monkey. So he's done a couple of things. because, like I said, he's a creative genius. But for now, check out the trailer to Wonder Boy for President while we go back to the studio to chat to him.
I am Wonder Boy from Khayale to in the Eastern Cape. I was discovered, so to speak, by two gentlemen from the great organization of the ANC who brought me here to the big city of concrete to save the nation. That is what I'm doing. They taught me many things. They bought me seeing eyeglasses and some fashionable clothing items, whereby I learned to eat with a fork and knife, and I stayed in some of the best hotels in the city. I met a lady from the opposition. She taught me a lot about energy drinks, the internet, and sexual positions of the Kama Sutra. Just like Captain Ahab had the white whale, I had Mbali. But regardless, I will endeavor to change the nation, to take us to the promised land of Nelson Mandela and Luthuli.
We wish him long suffering. We wish him long pain.
My journey was fraught with danger. To find out what happened, vote for Wonder Boy with your heart. Vote for Wonder Boy with your heart and ranks at cinemas nationwide. Not for people under the age of 13, because of some sexual, content and political discourse, things of that nature. Wonder Boy. Aluta kwetu. The people ask for change, and we give them change. Vote for change. Vote for Wonder Boy.
That was Wonder Boy for President. It opens tonight, 29th of July. 30 cinemas around the country.
Yeah.
What? Sis, tell us about making the movie. What was the process
Making
like?
them, it was great.
Yeah.
It took 4 years, so there was no money. So what happened is, it was grateful that we actually didn't have money, because if we had whatever 2 million, 3 million rand to make the film, we would have had to kind of comply with the demands of the money.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have been able to kind of experiment and get into all these places that we got into, because we would have had to finish it within like a constrained time period.
Yeah.
But then over the 4 years, we had good time. We got access, as you saw in the trailer, we got into places there. We got into places.
Tell us about, there's lots of politicians. Musi Maimane is in the movie. Zwelinzima Vavi.
Talk about an all-star cast.
Yeah. It's big, because they were like, what do you I said, we got a big cast, and they said, who do you have? AKA Bonang. I said, no. Proper superstars. Jacob Zuma, Julius Malema.
The people that make the decisions.
Musi, Zwelinzima Vavi. What was weird as well was Musi, we made him do takes, because it was like, the director, John Barker, kept on making Musi do takes, and Musi got into it. I think Musi's got a career in generations and those types of things, because
if things don't work out.
Yeah, and then probably most likely they're not going to work out. So he must look into that.
So Musi, if you're ready, Muvhango is casting. We'll have you on the show there.
Looking for a priest. Here we go.
What's the reaction been so far to the movie?
Obviously it's only been at those kind of select screenings. Zwelinzima Vavi thought we could have gone harder on the ANC, but surprise. Zabiro was very happy with the film. There was a lady, Pumzile Van Dam. Well, she's from the DA. She kind of was like,
she's from the DA, hence Pumzile Van Dam. Okay, cool.
She liked it. I think. She was cool before the screening, and then she stormed off at the end. So I don't know. We caught Fat Joe and his honey. We caught them in the foyer trying to sneak out, but then it was awkward, because he was like, we're in a hurry, we have to go to some dinner. But then he still spent like 40 minutes talking to us awkwardly. So we saw you, Fat Joe. We saw you. And who else was there? Brahu, obviously. Brahu is a fellow comrade. So he loved it. I called him the next day, and he just had just praise. So it was good.
That's dope.
But the ANC, the general ANC, haven't seen the movie, or the EFF, or those other people.
What do you think of the excitement on social media? I know a lot of people are talking about watching it from tonight to this weekend.
Yeah, so just keep going. We saw the numbers from today. People are there. So I'm very very happy. It's you know, just keep going throughout the weekend and all the way to election day. And yeah, it's for you, South Africa. It's made for you.
So for our next segment, we answer some quick fire. We ask some quick fire questions.
Yeah.
You can either answer yes, no, or no comment. So maybe let's start with Tinashe. What are your questions?
Okay, cool. If you had a political party in real life, would you let rappers perform at your rallies?
No.
Wow.
Never! Sorry, next question.
Do you consider yourself a comedy pioneer in South Africa?
No.
Okay.
Would you do, what's his thing? A nude scene?
I have, if you watch Wonder Boy.
Yes, when he comes out the water.
Did Mojack Lugo have the best cameo in Wonder Boy for president?
No. No comments.
We've got some incredible stories this week. One of them, our own panelist, Manswe Pout, was on Twitter with Issue the Invoice.
Yeah.
Tinashe, tell us more, man.
Manzo, you broke the internet, hey?
Yeah, look, you know what? I've been that guy that tends to break the internet every now and then. But it's never really my plan. I don't sit at home and say, let's break the internet. Issuing invoices to people that you date, you help them at first out of love, but they start expecting you to do those things.
Yeah. They leech.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Another crazy story this week. Designer only paid $200 for the beat for Panda.
My God.
How insane is that?
It really, like, I mean, guys, like, no, also that guy, the one that made that beat should also just issue the invoice.
And say my beat got bigger than I thought.
No, but you know what, to be fair, they're still on good terms, because you know how Kanye used Panda on his album as well?
Yeah.
This producer is from the UK, his name is Menace. He also got credited, he got the money and everything, and his career has blown up too.
Is it?
Yeah, so like everyone won.
Guys, you can't pay people exposure and say your career. I want money. I don't need any more exposure. I'm on MTV. And 947.
Pay back the money. Also, there was some flooding all over the country. Durban was hit by the floods. Did you see that?
Yeah, and it was absolutely terrible. A lot of people, like, you know how those houses are built sometimes? Like, the house is just down there, and then the driveway is, there was this house, like, you could only see the roof and the car, like
Yeah,
the back of
Durban's
the
very
car.
mountainous as well.
Yeah.
Mountainous. Oh, that's a strong word.
Beautiful word. My word.
I was just going to say, I was just going to say it's very hilly.
It's very silly.
It's very hilly.
It's so mountainous.
Mountainous.
No, guys, the real word.
This story is so mountainous.
You guys have been awesome. We're going to see you right after this MTV Base News. See you after the break. Hello everybody, welcome back to MTV Base's NewsISH. Please tweet us at MTV Base South. The hashtag is NewsISH or the roundtable. Please stay tuned for our matric dance competition happening a little bit later. Crazy week in South Africa, guys.
Yes.
We spoke about the flooding, and then there was a tornado in Tembisa. How wild was that?
Dude, there were so many things that were going around. Well, speculations, you know, because I mean, this is South Africa. It's not like, you know, in America, it's just gonna be like, oh my word, there was like a tornado. No, it's either someone uloyiwe or that tornado was sent by someone, for someone, to someone. So yeah, a lot of
That's
people.
like a big budget witchcraft situation. Like whoever got that tender, that's like huge.
No, but like in Limpopo, apparently like it's like 79 Rand 99.
No way,
like,
but I think it's, you know what, it coincided though. It coincided with the guy winning the lotto, so that was a big deal.
Yeah, yes. So the guy was.
They looked for him in the wrong place. He's not in Tembisa, the 87 million
The tornado needs a GPS.
So like, but the one major thing that stood out was apparently a snake, Mamlambo, was moving from one place to another.
No. That's what they say that a lot. When I was growing up, which is long before your time, there's a lake, and whenever there was this type of weather, people would always say Mamkhashwa, as you call it, Mamlambo. It's got names. It's like SABC2 version, TV2, Mamkhashwa. On SABC1 it's called Mamlambo.
Yeah, because apparently the snake doesn't stay, like it stays in still waters, but when it decides to move.
Is it a mermaid? Is it a mermaid or like a snake?
It's a snake.
Like the Loch Ness monster of Morula-san, whatever.
Yeah, I just literally thought of it like as a snake. I heard snake and then I heard mermaid and then, but it just made more sense.
Snakes move around all the time.
Yeah, but this one is like a huge snake.
snake.
This snake is it's the one that just does.
The bomb snake.
Yeah, it's the bomb snake. Like
boss of all snakes.
yes, man.
Yeah, you're like a dinosaur mixed with like
Dinosaur.
a mermaid.
Yeah, anaconda vibes.
Creature of-
Anaconda vibes,
of the
and it's got
Contemplate.
like special powers. Because there was one also in the East Rand as well, by some hospital there. Like literally at 2 p.m. it just went dark, and then people's
is
windows were just
crazy.
and cars were just spinning. Because I know, guys.
It's Africa. The Africa part of it.
You know, guys, am I the only one? So am I the only one that believes in witchcraft here?
No, I'm not saying that. I just didn't know it's to that level.
Yes,
but I wanted to
Babs.
ask, did you guys see the damage that this tornado caused? Though?
It was crazy, yeah.
Guys, it was intense, and I
My
feel so sorry for a lot of
condolences to,
people's
you know,
homes.
Yeah, the
business
hospital
owners
as well. The Tembisa hospital was damaged. A total garage. The mall.
Is it?
Yeah.
A lot of
The mall
infrastructure
really,
suffered.
the mall really suffered.
Like and the guy, like the mall manager was called
I
in.
saw that.
It was amazing. The mall manager
Footage
was,
of the mall manager.
when they called, apparently this newspaper called the mall manager and then was asking, listen, dude, we heard about the tornado. What happened? What type of damage was happened? And then the mall manager was like, the tornado just f***ed up everything.
I think
Like the whole mall is just.
Oh, man.
You know, he was keeping it real.
Oh, man.
He literally beep. You know, it did.
I think we have to move on from
They
the
caught him at
story.
the right moment. Or the wrong moment.
Let's check out some slang, internet slang with Tula Sizwe Ma Brashna. Tula Sizwe.
Jamie, I'll call you back now. I'm in my office now, and I'm doing an interview, babes. Bye. Hello, guys. My name is Tula Sizwe Einstein
Genius, Sizwe, La Sizwe.
Dambuza. Today on Quizocologist Words, we will discuss favorite used words in South Africa. The first word that we use most commonly in South Africa is fleek. Your eyebrows are fleeking, your nails are fleeking, your hair is fleeking, even your toenails are fleeking sometimes. You don't know, they are fleeking. Let's find the real definition of what fleek means. It originates from America. Applied to perfect grooming eyebrows. I just said it, guys. I just said it. The next word is bay. Bay the word originates from. Hold on. It means poop. Yes. It's not nice, but that's what you call your husband and your boyfriend. Poop. Fam. Where does fam come from? You know when you are too lazy to say, that's my family? You just say, that's my fam. When you are turning up with your friends in Braamfontein, it was lit, fam. It was epically lit. Let me just get that. I am correct. Google just verified what I just said. Panda. No, babes. I know what you are saying behind that television. You are saying it's an animal. You are wrong. Panda is a word commonly used for dating. Then you go pen. So you get it now. So that's panda is used for dating. Hold on. Google, where does slay come from? The real meaning of slay is to kill in a violent way. But slay to us, just look at my outfit, babes. I'm slaying with my 200 Rand phone, quoted by Farida Mutiling. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Vocab with Sizwe. Back to the roundup table. Take it away, babes.
That was Tula Sizwe with some internet slang. We've got some interesting stories that broke the internet. Tinashe, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about what happened.
Okay, so it started, or at least my crazy week started on Sunday when I live in Fourways, right, in Johannesburg.
Excuse us.
Lovely neighborhood. Thank you.
Four ways, baby.
It's all right.
Did he just say I live in four?
Just next to three ways.
No, guys, seriously.
Yeah, sorry.
Peaceful neighborhood, nothing bad really ever happens.
2 minutes away from
except
deep salute.
when people gamble and a man sets himself on fire at Monte Casino, which is exactly what happened. So apparently he had a bit of a gambling problem. It got a little bit too hectic, and he decided to drink a lot of petrol, asked for a lighter, and he lit himself.
He also,
he showered in it, basically.
and then he was just like,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to complete my
I heard
sentence.
that apparently he had debt 800K.
Really?
Who had was it? I might be exaggerating, guys. It must have been 8K or 80K.
Oh my gosh.
But I think 800K would make me burn myself.
So a lot of people were concerned and sympathetic.
Debts!
That's like $8,000.
That's a lot.
$6.
Also, I'd just like to say, real winners know when to quit.
Oh, thank you.
Guys,
That's it.
yeah, real winners know when to quit, man.
But also when a person walks past you smelling like petrol is very small, it's a very strong smell. In a mall, in Monte Casino, whatever, you don't just let it. I mean, come on.
It's a red flag we call it.
Because he asked somebody for a light as well. Right?
Smelling like
Yeah, exactly. But they said that he asked somebody for a light. That's what I read.
That's right. That's right.
It's quite, I mean,
I hope you've got some better news for
Guys,
us.
like,
That was
like
fine,
deep down
fine.
inside, I'm literally trying to suppress like that demon inside of me that's trying to sing that Usher song.
Don't.
Oh, don't do that. No,
Tonight
it's fine. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Too soon.
So already I was a little bit mellow and sad this week, and then I got even more sad when a British 800-meter athlete went after Caster Semenya and said that her winning at the Olympics will be a disgrace to the sport, and that because of her high levels of testosterone, it's going to alter the sport, blah, blah, blah. All I heard is, I'm white, I can't compete, and now I need to slam the black person.
Yeah.
But our celebrities jumped to Caster's defense.
That's the Africa part of MTV speaking there.
Yeah. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
He's Zimbabwean.
Baby.
Apparently,
Did you get some dribble?
so in the midst of this whole Caster thing, Ratcliffe, I think she was trying to deflect that she was accused of doping. I think that's the real story,
And the Caster thing is tired, and I think it's so unfair that she has to bring it up. Because if she's allowed to compete after years ago when she was ridiculed the way she was ridiculed about this whole testosterone thing, it's unfair that it should be brought back by someone who was accused or found guilty of doping.
A dodgy person.
Yes, a dodgy person.
Also,
like these.
she must have been high off that whatever things that they used to dope and
She was
and
high.
stuff.
This dodgy person was high. Is what Moshe saying.
Let's talk about you now, Miss Radcliffe.
This sounds like the utterings of a high person.
Call AA. They meet up every Monday, babe.
Yeah, I can believe.
Tinashe, what else happened? What's
on a much lighter note, we know that Kanye West and Kim Kardashian have a young baby. Saint West, she was all over Kim's Snapchat.
He is like a boy, Tintin. He is a boy. Her is a girl.
Sorry.
We are out of here. We're going to an ad break.
Roll out the red carpet. It's the Kings of House weekend, 29th to 31st of July. My life, my base.
Hey, Mojack Luku, Mushandiki, Mansur Pouts, and we got Tinashe Venge. We are still running our matric dance competition. You can get a signature haircut, fresh towel treatment from Swap Bay Man.
A facial too?
A facial too.
The day of your matric dance.
And also, just to elaborate, I know some of you guys, a signature cut does not mean that they're going to take your signature and then they're going to indulge.
Although they can, if you really want to.
If, like, can you just...
Just remember to hit us up at PimpBNewsIsh.
That's a hashtag.
That's the hashtag. Tweet us at MTV Bay South, and you could be the lucky winner. Fingers crossed. So yeah, you guys should enter. Hopefully you win some awesome prizes. Our other story for this week, someone won 87 million rand in the Powerball.
I just like to give that person a piece of advice. When you win like millions, the best thing I can say for yourself is just call 0737878. I repeat, 073787818. All right.
And if you can't get hold of him, my email address is like
Wow. What do you think about this whole story?
Do you know what? This guy firstly that won is from Limpopo. No.
Sorry.
I want to hear where you're going with this. People of Limpopo are listening.
It's part of South Africa. I'm just giving you guys a geographical idea of where he is. He's from Limpopo. He was a teacher. He is a teacher. I know he's probably gonna quit that. He's a teacher, and he placed his bets. An hour 30 minutes, or was it 20 minutes? An hour 15 before the draw.
Oh wow.
Really?
And one last thing, he only bought the 20 Rand quick pick ticket. He didn't even pick the tickets, the numbers himself.
So he's proper.
He bought a ticket and he was like,
so he's proper like.
He's proper like and proper from Limpopo.
So let that be a lesson to all of you people who continue on these ngalol trouble, buying tickets all the time. Just buy once and hope for the best, and just hold your breath.
What would you do if you won 87 million?
If I won 87 million right now, I would build a library in my grand's hood.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which is where?
In Naledi, Kosoweto.
Okay.
What's up with you today?
I build, because you know what, the library is very far when you're in Naledi, Kosoweto. It's like different sides of Soweto.
Sure.
So there's no library that's very, very close to where they are. So I'd build a library there and I'd buy my mom a nice thing. I don't know what.
But what would you do for yourself?
That's like 80. That's 2 million gone. You still have 85 million bucks.
And then I'd buy myself a nice house in Clifton.
Ooh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
And then I'd buy a perfect man. I'd actually buy.
Okay, now you owe 25 million bucks. Okay, I'm in the red now.
4 at this table.
No.
For my highlight,
Sorry, I didn't sell what she's buying. I didn't buy what she said.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of things that I'd want to do. I'd buy a job as a Minister of Education.
Okay.
I'd definitely buy it.
Nice.
Those are on special.
Moshe, what would you do with your 87 million?
87 million, oh my gosh. I'd put up a library at Taboo.
Okay.
Like, you know, for disadvantaged.
For your girls, like,
yeah.
you must read as well.
For my, yeah. Must read, yo. Yo, home must read, yo. But honestly, I'd literally go shopping. I would, also, I'd take all of you guys out for one. And I'd buy my mom, I'd just give her 500,000 and then I'm too rich to think. Now I must think for you. What you want? I'm too rich to think.
You're living the part, man. You are a great actor.
And
you
also
are
just, you know, okay, but by the way, and I'd also buy a role in his new movie.
Which would be about 86 and a half million.
Talking about 87 million, Kagiso, you made your movie on what is a really small budget, 200,000. How did you make that happen? 300,000.
With 4 years.
Yes.
With 5 years.
How did you make that happen?
With 5 years, I just said.
We're going to throw to a lovely performance from the After School Kids.
My babes!
Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers, guys. Peace out.